Welcome to the Political Bridge. I'm Ada, your host. Today we're diving into a crucial debate shaping one of America's major parties. We're talking about the Democratic Party. It faces a big internal struggle. Progressive activists are pushing for bold, new ideas. The party establishment often favors a more cautious approach. This tension affects everything. It impacts who runs for office. It changes what policies the party supports. It also influences how Democrats try to win elections. We'll explore this dynamic today. We'll look at the core arguments from both sides. We'll see what each believes is the best path forward. We'll discuss how this struggle could change the party's future. It's a fight for the soul of the Democratic Party. Let's get into it.
The Democratic Party's establishment wing is losing touch. They cling to old ways. They think a moderate, middle-of-the-road message wins elections. But recent results show this isn't true. Voters, especially working-class Americans, feel ignored. They want real solutions, not just talking points. The establishment often takes money from big corporations. This makes them seem out of touch. It also makes them seem unwilling to fight for everyday people. We saw this in the 2024 election. The party suffered a disappointing defeat. This defeat came after years of internal cracks. It showed that the old approach isn't working anymore. The party needs to adapt. It must listen to what voters truly want. That means addressing economic struggles head-on. It means less focus on cultural issues. The progressive insurgency is a reaction to this failure. It's a call for the party to return to its roots. It should champion working people, not just special interests. The future of the Democratic Party depends on this shift.
The progressive movement is the heart of the Democratic Party's future. It brings new energy and bold ideas. These ideas are popular with voters. Things like Medicare for all and taxing the rich have broad support. Even swing voters want these kinds of economic changes. A recent poll showed these issues could win over undecided voters. Progressives are pushing for real change. They want to close the wealth gap. They want to ensure everyone has access to essential services. This includes quality health care. They also want to fight climate change. These are not radical ideas. They are solutions to real problems. The establishment often fears these bold policies. They worry about electability, but voters are tired of half measures. They want leaders who will fight for them. Young Democrats especially favor a progressive strategy. They believe it energizes the base. This energy is crucial for winning elections. The party needs to embrace this progressive vision.
Both of you highlight important aspects of this internal struggle. Nico, you argue the establishment is out of touch and needs to address economic concerns. Jordan, you believe progressive policies are popular and energize the base. But let's dig a little deeper. Nico, you mentioned the establishment's reliance on corporate money. How does this directly hinder their ability to connect with working-class voters? Jordan, you pointed to the popularity of progressive policies. However, some argue these policies are too extreme for general elections. How do you respond to concerns about electability in swing states?
Corporate donations create a clear conflict of interest. When the establishment takes money from big businesses, they become beholden to those interests. This makes it hard to support policies that truly help working people. For example, they might shy away from strong regulations. They might also avoid higher taxes on corporations. These are policies that could benefit ordinary Americans. This perceived allegiance to corporate donors alienates voters. Many voters feel the system is rigged. They see politicians serving the wealthy, not them. This distrust leads to lower turnout. It also pushes voters to look for alternatives. The party's platform might sound good on paper, but if voters see it as funded by their oppressors, they won't believe it. The progressive insurgency is a direct result of this disconnect. It's about taking power back from special interests. It wants to give power back to the people. This is how the Democratic Party can rebuild trust.
Concerns about electability are often overblown. They are used to stifle bold ideas. Many progressive policies are actually quite popular. Take Medicare for all, for instance. It has strong public support. People want affordable health care. They want to lower prescription drug costs. These are not niche issues. They affect everyone. The idea that these policies are too extreme is a myth. It's a narrative pushed by those who benefit from the status quo. The real risk is not being bold enough. Voters are looking for leaders with a clear vision. They want someone who will fight for them. They are tired of politicians who compromise too much. We've seen progressive candidates win in swing states. They win by focusing on economic populism. They address issues like rising housing costs. They talk about better public transit. These are tangible benefits for people. The party needs to trust its base. It needs to champion these popular policies. That's how we win.
This brings us to a critical point. Nico, you argue that corporate money corrupts the establishment. But isn't it possible that these donations simply reflect a broader coalition of support? That they represent businesses that also employ many Americans? Jordan, you champion the popularity of progressive policies. However, a recent poll showed that a majority of Democratic primary voters prioritize electability. They want someone who can win. They don't want someone who just stands by progressive values. How do you reconcile this desire for electability with pushing for what some see as radical change?
It's a false choice to say corporate money equals employment. Many corporations exploit workers. They prioritize profits over people. Their donations buy influence. This influence shapes policy decisions. It often works against the average worker. For example, some businesses lobby against higher minimum wages. They also fight against stronger worker protections. These actions hurt the very people the Democratic Party claims to represent. The establishment then supports these positions. This creates a disconnect. It makes voters question the party's true motives. The progressive insurgency is about rejecting this dynamic. It's about putting people first. It wants to ensure that the party serves its constituents. It should not serve its donors. This is the only way to genuinely connect with working-class voters. It's how the party regains its moral compass. It's how it becomes a party for all Americans again.
The desire for electability is real, but it doesn't mean abandoning progressive values. It means showing how those values lead to victory. Progressive candidates are winning. They are winning in local and state elections. They are winning even in swing states. They do this by focusing on economic issues. They talk about the cost of living. They discuss healthcare access. These are issues that resonate with all voters. They are not just for the progressive base. The idea that progressive policies are unelectable is a tactic. It's used to maintain the status quo. It's used to avoid challenging powerful interests. We need to frame our policies correctly. We need to show how they improve people's lives. We need to show how they create a stronger economy. This will win over voters. It will also energize the base. The progressive insurgency offers a path to victory. It's a path that prioritizes people over profits.
This stress test reveals a core tension. Both sides want to win. Both want to serve the American people, but they disagree on the best strategy. Nico believes the establishment's ties to corporate money undermine its message. Jordan argues that progressive policies are popular and electable despite concerns. The debate isn't just about ideology, it's about political strategy. It's about how to build a winning coalition. It's about who the Democratic Party truly represents. This tension will continue to shape the party's future. It will define its direction for years to come.
The Democratic establishment must recognize its failures. Their focus on moderate messaging has not delivered consistent wins. It has alienated a crucial segment of the electorate. Many working-class voters feel abandoned. They see a party that talks about their struggles, but they don't see a party that truly fights for them. This is because the establishment is too often tied to corporate interests. They are afraid to challenge the powerful. This fear leads to weak policies. It leads to a lack of genuine enthusiasm among voters. The progressive insurgency is a wake-up call. It demands a return to core principles. It wants to champion the average American. It wants to address real economic pain. The party must break free from corporate influence. It must embrace a truly populist economic message. Only then can it rebuild trust. Only then can it become a winning force again.
The progressive movement offers the Democratic Party a clear path forward. It's a path built on popular policies. These policies address the real needs of everyday people. We're talking about healthcare, living wages, and climate action. These aren't just progressive ideals. They are common-sense solutions. The idea that these policies are too extreme is a dangerous myth. It discourages the party from being bold. It stops them from fighting for what's right. The energy and enthusiasm of the progressive base are vital. This energy is what wins elections. It mobilizes voters. It brings new people into the political process. The party must embrace this energy. It must champion these policies without apology. This is how the Democratic Party can truly represent all Americans. It's how it can build a stronger, more just future for everyone. It's how we win.
We've heard compelling arguments today. Nico highlighted the establishment's disconnect from working-class voters. Jordan emphasized the popularity and electability of progressive policies. This debate about the future of the Democratic Party is far from over. It will continue to shape elections and policy for years. It's a vital conversation for anyone interested in American politics. You can find more information and resources at tpbridgepod.com. Join us next time for another engaging discussion. Until then, stay informed, stay engaged, and keep bridging those political divides.